Let it be known that I grew up with giants. The land was crawling with big men who left complicated patterns across the land. Being small, I observed them with little to no attention my way. Sometimes I would play like I was big, being alone amongst them. I saw them walk to the complex structures and place a stone on top, by which then it would roll down a series of maneuvers and land at the bottom of the contraption. During the time the ball was rolling, the giant would begin to grow, meaning there were many giants of many different sizes, each of them as tall as the contraption they stood before, until they grew out of it and moved on to a bigger mechanic. The giants would do this every day, all day, and at the end of each day, they would take their rocks and walk off into the horizon. I saw them do this, so I did the same. I took some dirt and made a track. I found a smooth rock and watched it roll. Only I didn't grow. I wondered why I didn't grow like the giants did. I was pretty sure I was doing everything exactly the same as they were. So after living my years amongst the giants, I hatched a plan to grow one night, and in the most aggressive way. That next morning, I went to the spot where I noticed the smallest giants began their journey by picking up a stone. I had colored myself with a stone color and decided to hide among the rocks so I would be picked up by a giant. I was going to grow even if it killed me. I sat there among the stones, waiting, looking at the rocks, wondering how to be the best stone I could be. I was going to run the contraptions all day and then be taken by the giants over the horizon, and I would figure out their secrets. I waited patiently, and finally I was grabbed by a giant. I felt all the nerves in my body fire while simultaneously being silenced by my fear of being discovered. With every step, I felt the sway of the giant while he walked. I imagined going down the runner while I was waiting. I was going to finally grow, and I knew that the giants held their secrets far away. The time had come, and I felt the giant lifting me up to the top of the platform. I was ready. I dropped onto the platform and I began running, as much like a rolling stone as I could, twisting and turning up and down. I followed the track. When I came near the end, I became only more excited to finally become a giant. I was picked up and dropped by the giant a few dozen times over the course of the day, each time getting a little more tired than the last, while the giant would grow. I began to grow only in how tired I was, but I knew getting to the end I would finally find out how the giants did it. By the last track, I was so tired that I laid down and fell asleep at the end of the track. I wondered if the giant had picked me up, which dominated my dreams, where I had visions to go where the giants would go. I woke up the next day and had to hurry before school started. I ran downstairs, hurried and ate my breakfast, and ran to the bus. The day went by very fast, and I hurried through it as fast as I could so I could get home and play with my toys. I liked playing with marbles and tracks. I would build them bigger each time I finished one. I was actually working on a perpetual motion machine for the school science fair with the tracks and marbles. It was my biggest thought through the day, and I couldn't figure out exactly how to work it out yet. It was a secret of the giants. I don't care what any of you say. This is how the world works.